We were able to see Aaliyah battle with Bree Jones. How important is it to get her going early?
It's important. I mean, she's not just a facilitator for us, she's a scorer for us. And we've got to find ways with the way that they pack it in to get her touches where she can go to work. We've got to rely on her to handle the ball in multiple positions on the floor. But I thought the way that she started the game in game two, very aggressive, looking to attack the rim and looking to score, and being efficient in her moves was important. And we're going to need that to continue.
Just the follow up, can you talk about her growth and what she's grown to mean to this team?
Yeah, I mean, she's our rock. She's somebody who has played a number of different roles, for this team, for this franchise. Coming out of college, predominantly a back to the basket player. Last year with C, a lot in the 2-man game, and this year we're adding playmaker to her role. And she's continued to elevate her game. She's continued to embrace expanding her game. I love the threes that she took in game two. Want her to continue to do that and hunt those opportunities. She really has been our rock, and we need her to take it to another level for us tonight.
It sounds like the dream might be switching up their defense on Kelsey for tonight. How do you guys keep her going and make sure also at the same time that it's not, relying too much on her, but, knowing that she's so important in what you guys do offensively?
Yeah, I mean, I think we have consistently relied too much on her, and she's continued to answer the call. We've just got to continue to get her get her moving. We've got to work a balance of off ball and on ball actions, multiple screening actions. Multiple players being involved as well. Move her around on the floor, sometimes in the middle of the floor, sometimes on the wing, sometimes coming out of corners. We've got to move her around and make it difficult. We can't become stagnant and just watch. We've got to use her as a screener. We've got to use her as a playmaker. And we've got to get out in transition and get her some easy ones.
Just one more from me. How do you balance that desperation with, not playing outside of yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just it's a mindset. Desperate doesn't mean reckless. Desperate means hungry. Desperate means starving. It means that you have a sense of urgency about everything that you do. We have to be willing to get on the floor after loose balls. We have to be willing to understand the magnitude of every possession. We have to be willing to finish plays with box outs. I mean, it's that kind of urgency and desperation in terms of understanding, what's at stake. And nobody on our team, and we talk about this a lot, nobody needs to play outside themselves, but everybody needs to be the best version of themselves.